everyone, it's Susie Lee with Bellalina Boutique. Welcome to Craft Round the Clock. I'm going to straighten my camera just ever so slightly. It was just ever so slightly off. Come on in, guys. If you're just jumping on, please say hello. Let me know you're here. Let's see here. I'm a couple minutes early, but that's okay. That's okay. That's good. Better early than late, right? That's what I always say. My husband used to tell me, if you're not 15 minutes early, you're late. So she's like, gotta go. All right, so what we're going to do today, let me just show you. So my daughter works for a company here in Michigan that's like a pasta company, and they supply like lots of restaurants, local Italian restaurants mainly, because they're an Italian company, pasta, right? And so the boss's daughter had a baby, and she asked me if I would make something really cute and bougie for her. And I thought, what a fun thing to do would be to do a hat and tutu because she's a newborn, right? And her name is Goldie. I think that is so cute. So cute. Anybody watch When Calls the Heart on the Hallmark Channel? When Calls the Heart, there's a couple on there, Lee and Rosemary, and they have a baby named Goldie. And I thought that was so funny when she said the baby's name was Goldie. Anyway, okay, so what we're gonna do first. Have you ever seen, now I'm Bellalina Boutique. I do all kind of boutique-y things for your home, for your children, for you, jewelry. I do all kind of crafts. I couldn't ever pick just one, so I do them all. That's my problem. Anyway, I love doing baby boutique. Baby boutique is probably one of my favorite things because number one, it's like doing a miniature, right? It's just a smaller version of the bigger version. But have you seen the turbans? I've done them before live. I've done one before live, but I don't know if I've ever done this lacy one, and it's so pretty because my daughter picked out this totally dazzled crown. She wants to go right in the center of it. Look at how pretty that is. That's going to go in the center because when you make these turbans, when you sew them together, there's a little pom-pom right here in the middle. Now you can cut that off and put something else on there, or you can sew it together, but we like the little pom-pom, and we're going to put a little crown in the middle of it, and for Goldie, a gold crown. This is my template. I have a website that I screenshot and keep in my notes for all the different sizes that one might need to do a baby turban, whether it's a newborn, miniature, little tiny one, or if it's an older baby, or older child even. But this is the pattern for a 3 to 6 month old turban. I know that looks mammoth. It's like, what, Susie? That would fit your big fat head. But what you do is you measure the circumference of the baby's head, and that becomes how long you want this edge to be, this edge right here. And then this part here is 5 inches up, and then you make a little curve on it. That's all you do. You can fold it in half, just cut a little curve. Here's the beauty of this. It doesn't have to be perfect because when you sew it all together, you don't see all that because it's all gathered up. It's all bunched. Real cute like. It's real cute like. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do today. So I've got this pattern, and I've got this from Hobby Lobby. They only sell this in the spring and summer. Why? I don't know. That's what I was told. But this is the stretchy kind. See how that's got some give to it? It's got a little bit of elastic in it. I'm going to take the scallop that you get with this little bit of lace, and I'm going to use that to my advantage. Let's do this. I got a friction pin, and from my buddy Becky Morecraft, she introduced these to me. And I'm going to put this edge right down to the bottom of these scallops. And all I'm going to do is trace out, if I can, with this pen. It's probably running out because I use this one all the time. But what a friction pin does is it gives you, you know what? I'm just going to cut it out because it's not showing up. But what a friction pin does for all you quilters out there, is it will disappear when you heat it. So after you're done, you don't want that line. Don't you worry about a thing. You just heat it up with your heat tool. See, this is just three cuts. You know, it's 1, 2. Actually, it's only two cuts. So I'm not worried about it. Just going to cut it out, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, just kind of a basic dome shape at the top like this. Just like that. And you got yourself a turban, a toybin. Just like that. And you hold on to that for your next time around. So this is what we've got. Just like this. Okay? Now, what side's what? There's a right side and there's a wrong side. This is the wrong side. I'm going to start sewing it. Now, I have a needle and thread all ready to go. I don't know if it's long enough. Probably not. Let's do this. Let's do this. Is this one longer? Nope. I got two that are not long enough. How about that? I got these little needles. I got these online. These are stainless steel, and they're very, very nice. They don't bend. They got really nice big eyes in them. They've got for threading. They even come with they were like, I don't remember how much they were, 15 or something like that. And it comes with all this accoutrement, seam ripper, and all the things. Anyway, it comes with this little needle threader. And you need a big bunch of thread. Apparently, I didn't have enough. So what you do is you take the little hook of the needle threader and you put it through the hole like that. And you take your thread and put that on the hook and pull it through the hole, just like that. And then you don't have to worry about threading your needle. Then it's done for you. See? It's like that. And I like to double mine. Like that. And tie a knot at the bottom. All that jazz. Okay. And you gotta lick your fingers a little bit. It's a prerequisite. You have to be able to lick your fingers. My hands are so dry. They get so dry in the fall and winter. So I gotta lotion them up like 15 times a day. Because I've always got them in something. Paint, glue, you name it. I always got them in something. How about you? You want a kind of a biggish knot so that it's not gonna, so it's not gonna go through. All right, so you start at one end here. Okay, you want the knot on the inside, like this. It's so simple. And what you get it? I'm on a roll. Pass the butter. All you do is go in and out, all the way around this piece. Now you can do it with lace. You can, as long as your fabric has some stretch to it, you are good to go. Just going in and out. I'm leaving about 1/4 to 1/8 inch seam allowance. Just gonna go in and out. Hey Vicky, you need that threader. They're so easy. I'm sure they probably sell them at Hobby Lobby, And all you're gonna do is go right, follow the yellow brick road. Go all the way around your pattern. Now I happened to look at the birth announcement for this child, and she was an 8-pound baby girl. That was in July. It said July. So I am thinking she's probably, if she was born 8 pounds, she's going to be a little bit on the bigger side. So what I did was I just, said, well, she'll be 4 months, 5 months at Christmas, So I just kind of took into consideration all of that she might be a little bit bigger, and these hats, by the way, they stretch to the moon, even if it's for a 3-month-old, it'll fit to a 6-month-old because they don't grow their heads don't get that big, right? Their little bellies do, but their heads don't. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go in and out, in and out. See how fast this goes? Seriously, it's pretty fast. So just like all you're doing is what they call a running stitch. Simple. Could you do this on your machine? Probably, but honestly, by the time you drug your machine out, you have it done. It's so quick. I mean, you could make probably 20 of these a day if you just cut them all out and went with it. You know, put on your favorite Hallmark movie and go to town. You could do these all day long. You know, a little one in your life, or you're looking for something to sell. These are great. These are great sellers at like craft fairs and stuff like that, especially if you make them bougie. I'm gonna go in and out, finish this up. Okay, all the way like that. Then you're gonna flip it like that. Now this part right here is where the little rosette, where it comes together, right here. Okay, and all you're gonna do is hold it together, just like that. And I see a little bit of that red friction pin on there, but that's okay. So all you gotta do is heat it up and it disappears like magic. You just have to gather it, pinch it together like that. I'm making this more difficult than it needs to be. I always do that. Why? I'm so hard on myself. And you just pull it, gather it, and then whip stitch it together. This little pom-pom thing, this little pom, I'm going to call it, right in the center of the forehead. You can go in and out. You can whip stitch it. You can do it any way you want. Simply because you're going to have that covered. I'm going to have it covered with something, so I'm not worried about that part. Just making sure that it stays together, that's all. You can go in and out and you can whip stitch it. How about that? You can do both. These are so darling. And especially the lace on a baby is just so cute. So cute. I made one of these for my CC, my great-granddaughter, and when she was little, and she was a doll. Doll baby. She still is doll. Saw her yesterday. Went to my daughter's for brunch, and I don't know, you know what I just said? She was picking her up in the afternoon, and I said, you know what? Life's too short. I'm going with you. I'm going with you. I mean, I could have came home and done some boring work, but you know what? The work will always be there, but she won't. She's growing. She's 2. Y'all, she's 2. Talking like a little minor bird. So sweet. She's so sweet. So all I'm going to do here now is I'm going to tie this off and then knot it in the back. And you know how to knot, right? And if you don't, I'm going to show you right now. All you do is you take your needle and thread and you just pick up a little piece of fabric, just like this, and you take the loop, you put your needle through it once, you put your needle through it twice, and you pull, and it knots, just like that. Do that a couple times, and you're good to go. You're good to go. Just like that. That's what you call a surgical knot, when you go through it twice. You know, that's when they don't want it to come out. Right? Okay. Look at this, guys. Look how stinking cute that is. You just see that. And looky, look at this. Look at the stretch on that. That's going to stretch for days, right? Look at that. And I'm going to get that little bit of red or pink, whatever it is, on there off. Putting a little bit of heat to it. Bye-bye, red. Bye-bye, red. All right, so then what you do, how stinking cute is that, right? Oh my gosh, they look so adorable in these. I love these little things. They're like, I could make them like hotcakes all day long. Okay, so I have this from Hobby Lobby. Comes on a roll. I've used it a million times. Y'all have seen it a million, maybe 1,000,001 times. And I'm just going to use one of those in the center. I think a flower, a pretty little shabby chic bougie flower is in order, don't you? All right, so what I do, it comes on a little net like that. all I'm going to do, and you can sew it on, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to glue it on. You can do it with fabric tack as opposed to hot glue. Although I am going to B7000 and hot glue the crown to this. It's my fabric tack. Another little thing Becky Morecraft got me. Sweet Becky Morecraft. She sent me this fabric tack holder. Keeps it from running out, and it keeps it going in the right direction for right when you need it. So all I do is squeeze a bit out, and it dries pretty fast. Fabric tack right in the middle. Going to put a good amount on because I don't want it to fall off. Right, and you just put it right back where it came from, and it stays right there. Okay, and center it right over that little. Now, if I wanted that to be bigger here, I would make the seam allowance a little bit bigger so that when you're done, you know, going in and out, doing your running stitch, then it's bigger. It looks like a little flower. But I just think this is darling. Can you see that? That little white flower? That's so cute, right? All right, so what we're going to do right on top of this to make it super duper cute is we're going to put this little crown. I think that's adorable. So what I'm going to do, like I always do, is I do the outskirts. Anything that's touching on the outer parts with the B7000. And then I just hit a little lick and a promise here and there with hot glue so that it will hold. I'll just put one right, a little bead right in the center there, flip it over, and lay that right in the center. That. And give it a press. All right, look at how cute this is. Seriously, you guys, how cute will this be? Christmas time. The little Christmas princess, right? I don't want to hold it up too long because I don't want it to fall off. Look at that, guys. Looky. How sweet is that? Right? And that was like just minutes, right? It took just minutes to do. Well, it took less time if I would have quit talking. All right, so we got the hat done. Let's move on to the skirt. Now, there's a couple ways you can do these skirts. You can go to Hobby Lobby and you can buy these at Hobby Lobby. These are just like, or you can buy them online. And they're just little stretchy things. I think this might be too big for her. This might be more for like, a 6-month-old, maybe something like that. But they stretch over the bodice part of the baby, you know, the top part. And then you make the tutu, you make the strips of the tulle go through these little holes. And we're not going to do that today, though, because I just wanted to show you that option. That's an option that you can do if you're doing it for a bigger baby. Or you can just cut this down to fit the baby and just sew a little seam right here. That's all they did. They took this stuff, it came on a roll, and they made one like this, you know, and you put the seam in the back, right? Simple. But how we're going to do it is we're going to do with, I buy this it's kind of a soft, light stretch. It's not real thick. It's not real hard to stretch, but it's a very light stretch, elastic. It's, you can get them thinner. This is about a 1/2 inch-ish, about a 1/2 inch, maybe a little less. Anyway, what I did was I went online and I guesstimated a 3 to 5 month old baby is 15-inch around circumference. So you measure 15 inches and a little bit extra, because what you're going to do is you're going to overlap it. You're going to make a little circle and you're going to go over it with your machine, or you can hand stitch it. I think I did both on this. I'm pretty sure I had to do both because my machine was giving me a fit. So all I did was I did it with a machine, then I hand stitched it. Then what you're going to do is you're going to get a piece of cardboard like this. This is 8 inches. Simple, right? And what did I do with my, here it is. And you get this tooling. This is, how many inches is this? 6 inches wide. And you could use just the 6 inches, but what I like to do is I like to use it going this way. I like to measure 8-inch lengths because I'm going to make it go around each piece. Each 8-inch length is going to go around here, and I'm going to tie a little knot, a loose knot. So if you tie it tight, what happens is this stretches, and by the time you're done, it fits a 12-year-old. You don't want that, and you don't want that, right? So, so all I did was I took this 8-inch piece of cardboard, and I started here. I did about 3 bundles of them, so I'm going to use my bundles that I have, and I'm going to show you what I did real quick. I went around like this and around and around, and I wasn't real fancy with it. I just kind of kept, you know, even if it wrinkled, I just went around and around and around about 20 times, 15, 20 times, whatever. Then I took my scissor and I cut top and bottom right at the seam, okay? And I might have to make some more of these, and if I do, I'll show you exactly how it's done. But that's all I did. So now I've got a big bundle of them, and let me show you what I did. I took a little piece of string just to keep them together, because then they're like flying all over your room, right? And all you need to do is take one, give it a tug, just like this, and you're going to fold it in half, okay? This is going to be a little short, one of those tutus that just, you know, just a little bit of it shows around the baby's waist. Just like this. And you're going to tie a little knot, just like that. And it's so simple, seriously. Just pull, you can even pull a few of them out at a time. All we're going to do, fold it in half, and you make that loop, okay? You're going to put the loop through your elastic band. You're going to take the little tails and put them through the loop, just like that. But like I said, when you pull them, you don't want to make them real tight, because every time you pull them tight, it makes the band stretch, and you don't want the band to stretch at all. Trust me, these little loops aren't coming out. This tool is like Velcro. Once you get these loops in, some people say, oh, you got to make the knot real tight. You don't. No, you don't. Number one, the baby's little. She ain't going anywhere. Trust me, she's not going to go anywhere. So that's what we're going to do for the rest of the life. We're going to make this thing, and I'm going to make a big, pretty Christmas bow to go on it. Okay, I got one bundle almost licked here. I got another bundle, but I might just stop after this one. And well, actually, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do here. We're gonna put, I'm gonna continue all the way around with this little tutu. We made this little hat earlier to go with this. It's a turban hat, one of the little turban hats for a newborn. And I love how the lace goes down the back of the neck. It's scalloped like that. And I've got the satin ribbon, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to put together a cute little satin bow. And I might add some white lace heart. She could use it for Valentine's Day as well. If the baby doesn't grow out of it. The little lacy heart trim. We're going to put that on there too. But anyway, what you do, when you're going to do one of these little bows, I'm going to take one of my already threaded needle and thread here, like this. Show you what you do. This is how we do it. Take a length like this. And it has to be a good long length if you want the bow to be a decent size. Kind of fold it in the middle, find your fold, lay this out, bring your one side in, go to the other side, and bring it towards you and around. So you're going to make like a figure 8, like that. and you're going to go to the middle for this loop, pull this one in, and you're going to go to the middle for this loop, and you're going to pull this one in like that. You're going to pick it up. You're going to take your needle and thread, doubled needle and thread right in the middle, and you're going to go in and out. Well, you will if your needle works. That is. In and out like that a few times. Pull it through, wrap it around. 1, 2, 2, 3. Sometimes I go 4. Then you're going to push that needle straight up through the center like that. Pull it and right back down that center to the back like that. And then knot it off. And you got a sweet little bow to put on your tutu like that. Just knot it. I'm not going to worry too much about it because that's going to get glued there. And then you're going to take your little trim here, kind of do the same thing. Make yourself a little loopy bow, back and forth like that. I've got another one here all ready to go. Just going to find the middle like that and go in and out a few times, and then wrap it around that, like that. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go down through the center, that, and I think I'm going to leave it that way. I'm just going to knot it off because this is not going anywhere. It's nice and tight. You can kind of feel by the quality of the ribbon or whatever trim you're using. Just make sure you knot it well. It's not going to come loose. I'm going to do 2 knots like that. Cut that off. Trim the back. I'm going to add, this is so cute, a little bit of hot glue right in the center of this loopy bow. There. And you can use fabric tack if you want, but this is quicker. Right in the center and hold. And it is 4:45 and my time is up, but what I want to show you is how cute this is going to be on her little bottom when we attach it for Christmas. Ouch, Susie. Don't put your finger in the hot glue. When you attach it for Christmas, how cute is that going to be on this little baby girl? And her name is Goldie, and she has a gold crown in the middle of her little turban to match. Isn't that the cutest little Christmas outfit you ever saw for a newborn? I love it. I hope you do too. I hope you learned something here, and I hope I inspired you. Hey, if you're not following me at Bellalina Boutique, I sure would love to have you as one of my Bellas. So make sure you click that follow button, and I'll see you next time. All right, love y'all. Bye-bye, guys.